Howdy, everybody. How's it going? We're live.
It's
Li-
showtime.
Live with Uncle Wilmer.
No,
Let's
I'm
see.
just in the background.
Uncle Wilmer says that he got the cookie, but I told him he was disqualified because not only is he the co-host, he's on a diet as well. So
Yeah, that's true.
he can't have the cookie. Dave BNSF, how are you doing? Chris, Tennessee River, good to see you. John, Schuylkill River. And Andy, you are up late, sir. And John Dilly, how are you doing? And there's Joe Rader.
Joe!
John Benicki. And is that all I see? That's it. I guess the important people are here. What do you think, Wilmer?
I think if you haven't seen Joe's latest videos on those cabooses that he's putting together, those cabooses are awesome.
I did see it. Yes.
I am a caboose fan. So,
He does have the caboose.
Yeah.
Caboose. Caboose. Is that the plural? Caboose? Cabooses?
cabooses.
Caboosei.
I don't
I
care
don't know
if
what-
they say. There's Floyd Robbins.
Hey, Floyd, how are you doing?
Dwight, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Dwight, how are you doing? I knew Dwight would be here, but I can't believe he's as late as he is.
Yeah, I like him, buddy. I really like your cabooses, the cabooses that you're putting together there.
Yes, I do too. Let me do this. There we go. Now let me get it straight. That's better. Let's see, who else? That's it. Well,
Fort Pitt. That's a local saying around here.
what is?
That's it. Fort Pitt.
That's it. Tony B, how are you doing? Yeah, let's see, 16 people in here.
Yeah, it'll keep on coming.
Yeah, they'll show up.
Hey, we had news here this week. The convention center that they usually have the train shows here in around this area, the Pittsburgh area.
Mm-hmm.
They're closing it down and putting a Hobby Lobby there.
Oh man,
Yeah, really. I was like, what?
is that nearer you than the other Hobby Lobby?
No.
No. So Chris says he just uploaded a new video, so everybody go watch his after this show, of course. I have not seen it yet.
Oh. Our announcement for April.
Yes.
It's coming soon. April 26th. Well, April 27th is the train show. I bought an Amtrak ticket and I'm going down on a train. But it was cheaper than if I drove. Really, it was. It was $27.
And I'm supposed to pick him up, but if I forget, y'all remind me during the train show, and then I might run back up there after the train show is done and get
Don't
him.
worry. If you forget, I'll be there. You ain't going to like it either.
Oh, that is
Tony B.
April 27th.
Yep.
There's
Tony.
Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt.
Yeah, Anthony. How's it going, buddy? You're making a lot of progress on your layout there. I've seen your posts on Facebook.
Yes, Joe, we are getting breakfast again, so we will meet for breakfast. I say at 8:30 probably, because I think the show starts at 10 if I'm not mistaken. So we'll do the diner again at 8:30. What is it? The Nautilus Diner? I think that's the name of it. Right?
Yeah, that's the name of it.
At 8:30 on the 27th. So in the morning, we will all meet there at 8:30, and then head on over to the show before 10. Stand in line for a little while. Carolina Foothills.
I'll have to eat an extra pancake.
An extra
Because
one.
we're going to stand in line so long because you have to have your breakfast.
That's right. Carolina Foothills is in here. Captain Nemo pancakes? I don't know. Are they Captain Nemo pancakes?
I don't know. Did you buy pancakes here last year?
No.
You didn't?
No, I had an omelet.
We go to this place down in Connellsville called the Connellsville Canteen, and their pancakes are like that thick.
They are good too.
They are, you give you 3 of them. If you ask, they'll put fresh fruit inside of them, like blueberries. If you like blueberry pancakes, which I do, they're just they're awesome pancakes.
But why would you ruin pancakes with healthy food? I don't understand.
Hey, we'll put you in timeout.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, it's good to see everybody here. Yeah, there's Ray Bertelson. How are you doing, Ray? Repeating the meetup. No, I don't. 8:30 at the Nautilus Diner there in Timonium, 8:30 a.m. on Saturday, April 27th. And then after we eat, we'll head over to the train show.
There's Gerald Stewart.
Hey, Gerald. I think I've said hello to everyone. So the train show's the big thing. That is the big.
And if anybody wants to know, on Sunday, we have plans.
We do.
We are going to Horseshoe Curve.
Yes.
We are going. Robert's never been to Horseshoe Curve. So we're going to Horseshoe Curve and also planning on going down into Altoona and go to the train museum down in there.
Yes.
And hopefully get to work our way over and see the Norfolk Southern Yard down in there. Maybe get some rail fanning in down there too.
Yeah. Hey, Randall, how are you doing? Yeah, so if anybody's up for going up the Horseshoe Curve,
I really would like to take the time if we can find a way and go up to Gallitzin too, which isn't far from there, and see the old Pennsylvania Railroad tunnels that are there. They're supposed to be pretty amazing. I've just seen a couple pictures of them but they say it's pretty cool.
I think we will have time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So before I get started, if y'all remember, my wife had bought the Rapido cotton belt boxcars for me for Christmas. So I had to get one more.
Why?
Because I just had to.
Why?
Because she gave me a box of 6, and I have to have 7. 7 is
the number of perfection. Okay.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
All right. You win on that one.
There you go.
I won't argue with you on that.
Yeah, so I did get the next. The only difference is this one. I got the one with the damage-free logo on it.
Right.
This one, I think they were in service to carry some car parts and stuff like that.
Hey, let me have a second here. Wig wag! How's it going, buddy?
There's Wigwag. How you doing?
California foothills
California foothills or Carolina foothills.
or Carolina? Yeah, I said California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep thinking about them falling. I didn't say that.
Yeah. Yes, this is Rapido, and I love them. I mean, they just do an excellent.
They are nice. They're detailed, really nice.
They are really detailed. So I had to get that. And
did you make up a train yet and take them around?
no, not yet. I haven't.
Oh, how could you resist, man? I couldn't resist that. That'd be the first thing I'd want to do. I'd have a train out there. I'd be making up all kind of goodies.
But I will eventually. I have been so hard at work on this refinery. How's that for a segue?
Yep.
So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm doing a lot of work on the refinery. I'm trying to get it done, and there's just a lot of detail to it. So, but what I wanted to kind of focus on tonight was lighting. So,
Man, you should have had Joe come on with you. He could show the lighting off on his.
Yeah, I don't mind if he comes up.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn, how are you doing? Joe, if you want to come up and you're down there. I like Joe's refinery because it's got he's got a black light that he turns on when he turns the lights out, and then everything's lit.
It really looks like you're out in the dark.
Yep.
When he does that, it's definitely a cool effect. I'd have never thought to do that, but it is a very cool effect.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate that. Yeah, I saw it on one of your videos. Yeah, luckily, the refinery I'm building is a small refinery that I'm basing the prototype off of the prototype. So there's really only one set of refinery buildings. Most of it are tanks. And so as you can see behind me, I have spent a lot of time building tanks. And this one is, of course, my scratch built tank. I don't know if, I think I showed it on the last show, but I wasn't done with it. So as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got LEDs on it. Let me see if I can get closer. So you can see my
and sneak over and shut the light out.
Oh no, I'll trip over something. But there's an LED on four sides. I've got 4 LEDs, and that's based off of the prototype. There is a large tank there that does have 4 LEDs on the or not 4 spotlights on the top of it. So that's where I started lighting.
Hot Dog Andy said, "Isn't there a game called World of Tanks?"
I don't know.
It takes place in Robert's train shed.
Yes, that's right. Thanks, John.
It does look cool. That's what Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt said. He said it looks cool.
Thanks, Anthony. It's just
yep, it is very cool, John.
So luckily, like I said, the refinery part itself is very small. I've got, of course, the Walters refinery kit here. Thanks, Joe. But I am going to paint a few refinery buildings and a few tanks on the backdrop as well. So, but these are the all the tanks that I need for actual tanks that I need. So what I'm like I said, what I did, I lit that, but and I am in the middle of lighting my platforms.
Robert, Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt wants to know, how wide is the loading platform?
So the platform itself, hang on, let me find my tiny ruler. Now Dave says I need more tank cars. Well, I know. You can never have enough.
Floyd Robbins wants to know, are you going to install a burn-off tower?
Yeah, I think that's what this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but because I don't know that much about refinery operations. But what I have done is Evans Designs. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Evans Designs. If you're not, you need to be. They have a group of LEDs. There are 3 LEDs, and they're meant to represent flame. So that's what I'm going to put just below this, and then I'm going to take some cotton and put it out like it's smoke.
Where have we seen that before?
Yeah, paint it dark gray. I don't know. Joe has an actual light there, like a little candle light flame in his.
Flickers, yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. And cool. Have the flame come out of here. Also, I'm going to have LEDs along the towers here. So I'm going to have it pretty well lit.
That'll look really cool.
And I've got the LEDs ordered. They just haven't come in yet.
With that many LEDs, it'll ought to light up your shed.
Yeah. So I've got, what I did is I ordered some LEDs from China. They come 20 in a pack, and they're $10. Now you can't beat that. They do come with the resistors, but I won't need the resistors because because of the way I'm wiring mine up. And this is one good thing that came from Evans Design that I have. See, this is. Well, first of all, let me measure this for Anthony, because I told him I'd measure this. So the platforms themselves are just over 3/4 of an inch wide, and then of course you got the filler pipes on the outside and things. So I would allow, maybe a full 1.25 inches for the entire width of the loading platforms. And then you want, between that and your track, I would space, if I had it to do over again, I think I'd space my track just a little bit more. I've got about 1 inch on either side. My track centers are about 1 inch from the loading platforms. I would probably go 1.5 inches for the track center if I did it over again.
Floyd Robbins says that burning tower is usually a separate tower away from the refinery process.
Okay. I will have to do some research into that. I don't know what. I honestly don't know what Walther's meant to represent with. This is actually a Vollmer kit, I believe. This is separate, but I don't know what Walther's meant to represent with this stuff. So I think this is the refining tower. This is what where they get different grades of fuel out of this tower, if I'm not mistaken, such as gasoline or kerosene or diesel. So I believe that's what this is used for. Not sure what this is meant to be. I don't even know why it's open. Are people supposed to walk through there? I have no idea. Hey, Rusty, how you doing? So John Knopfel, how are you? And you never know, Anthony. You could use. Depends on what you're doing. I mean, you could do one of these, or a lot of places have in-ground offloads, where it's just basically a hose that hooks up to the bottom of the tank car. If you're offloading, these are meant for loading, but offloading, you can just hook up a hose to the bottom of the tank car. A lot of places do that. Like if you have an asphalt plant or something like that. Hey, Dan, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. So this, what I got from Evans Design, and I really recommend this. I'm going to unplug it a second. It's simple to use. This is what you get. This is the power supply. This one's the 2 amp. Okay, so the 2 amp power supply will power 100 LEDs. Okay, so a refinery complex like this, I'm probably going to have 50, 60 LEDs, maybe that many. I can power them all with this one adapter. And the only thing I have to do is this. With the adapter, they give you this little plug with wires. And all you got to do is twist the wires together. That is it. Nothing else to do. You can solder them, of course, if you want to, but you just twist the wires together and cover them with electrical tape if that's all you wanted to do. But that's it. There is nothing to it.
Well, why wouldn't you hook them up to a nice fancy little plug and have plug and play like certain other company does?
Because this is $14 and it'll power 100 LEDs.
How about the plug and play?
Three. And that cost you $40. So I really recommend getting one of these. Even if you buy several of these, it's cheaper than buying a lot of power supplies. Now, what this one does is it powers 3-volt LEDs. So when you're down to 3 volts like that, you don't need resistors or anything on your LED. So you don't have to worry about resistors, nothing. And just so you know, will it work with pretty much anything? Hold on. This is a Woodland Scenics lamp post. And you can see all I've got to do, I just have it twisted together. So like I said, I can put up to 100 LEDs on this one circuit for $14 and light them all.
Light them up.
To me, that's just the amount of savings in money is incredible. I like Evans Design. They sell LEDs as well for a fairly decent price, but I happened to order the LEDs that I got. They were, like I said, from China because there's 20 of them for $10. So,
Off the Rails from Western Australia says, "Good day, people. That's a big refinery got here. I use an old phone charger on my control panel, 5-volt low amp."
Yeah, you can do that. Like I said, these are 3-volt LEDs, so I wouldn't. If you can vary the intensity, the voltage, I wouldn't go above 3 volts because you'll burn them out.
Well, that's what I said. Get an old DC power pack.
Yep.
And hook up to it, and because almost everybody got a couple of those laying. I got like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, you just have to be careful. If
I
you're
know you can adjust the amperage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the voltage. Tony B says, "Oh, never mind." Chris wants me to come and wire his street running thing. Oh, you could do it. This is so easy. I don't have to do anything here, really. I've just got to twist wires together. It's as simple as you can get.
Anthony wants you to show the end of the power supply hookup again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This it's just a little adapter comes with it. So you don't have to buy it separately. It comes with the power supply, and it's just 2 wires running off of it. That's it.
Chris from Tennessee Union Railroad says you can come over and wire his scene for him, his street running scene.
Yeah. No. So that's like I said, it's as easy as doing that. Is twisting wires. There's nothing to it. No resistors. Don't have to worry about that. You can buy. They actually have 2 power supplies: a 1 amp, which will run 50 LEDs, and a 2 amp, which will run 100 LEDs.
Andy says a little buck converter, cheap as chips.
I don't know what a buck converter is.
Neither did I. I hope you did.
It's Evans Design, and I think it's evansdesign.com.
Evans Designs.
In fact, let me see if I
They make some really nice lights. They really do.
Yeah, and that's the ones that you put on my passenger station that you built for me.
My passenger station that I let you use.
Yeah. There's the link. Did that come up for everybody?
Yep, it came up. Here, I'll put it up on the screen too. There you go.
Yeah, so that's the and those are just, if you go to their let me find you the direct link. To that power supply. There's the direct link to that power supply if you want to put that up, Wilmer.
Yep, I'll put it up.
Like I said, all you got to do is you don't have to worry about resistors or anything with the 3 volt.
Ray Bertelstein says that buck thing was a gender confused deer in the UK.
Oh man.
It's a voltage regulator, Andy says.
Oh, okay. It's just this one's so cheap. Like I said, if you buy the 1 amp, it's $12. If you buy the 2 amp, it's $14. You can also, for $2 extra, add an on-off switch to it. Mine doesn't have the on-off switch because I didn't need it.
Dave BNSFN Scale says $12. Not bad.
That's it. And to be able to run 100 LEDs off of it for $14 or 50 for $12, yeah, that is not a bad thing at all.
Not bad.
Yeah. Hey, there's Dave.
There's Dave. That's all right. We'll forgive you this time.
Yeah, this time. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, the reason I have this Woodland Scenics one here is because one thing I wanted to show you, it'll hook up just as easily to this as it will to their plug and play thing or whatever it's called, their just plug thing. But also I am going to put some of these around the yard as well to have some lighted power poles. So what I was going to do, if I can do this without breaking everything.
Off the rails from Western Australia says he blew up all his LEDs the first time connecting the power panel light up. Forgot to wire the resistor in.
See, and you don't have to worry about this because you don't need a resistor with it.
Oh, you got all those roofs wired up, do you?
Yep.
You just haven't put them on yet.
That's right.
And
so
what
I have done is I've got my awnings that are going to go over each.
Yeah, Dave, this is an LED power supply system that Robert says is a whole lot cheaper and more efficient than a Woodland Scenics plug and play thing. When he's coming up in April or May, maybe we can get him to come up and wire up your layout for you.
Yeah. So I have got, what I did is, and I hope I got everything, is when I soldered the wires, let's see if I can drag my camera over here. So when I soldered the wires for the LEDs, I just ran a long bus wire is all I did. And after I soldered them, I put this liquid electrical tape on it. So that covers the solder joint.
Anthony says you can wire his layout too. We'll be close. We'll be close.
No, I'm not an electrician by any means. So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
All I got to say is, Anthony and Dave, do you have your fire insurance paid up?
That's right.
Remember, he's in a separate shed. He's not in a basement.
That's right. If this burns up, it doesn't take the house with it.
The way you got in trains and stuff, it might as well have.
Yeah. Let me just move those out of the way. So what I plan on doing, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on camera tonight. This is each platform has this awning that goes over the loading area, and each one has a LED on it.
I'm taking the train down, Dave. I got the same idea that you did to go to Amherst, so I'm going down there. It's costing me a whole $27 to take the train. Robert's going to pick me up.
Maybe. Depends on how nice you are to me between now and then.
I'll be just as nice as I always am.
Oh, no. Didn't forget it. I think this is going to be the hard part, trying to get these things glued on.
I don't think I can drive down there for $27, Anthony.
Yeah, especially with the tolls.
Right. Mike, we're going to the Timonium Train Show in April, the end of April. It's we're going to be there the 27th. Me and Robert both, and whoever else shows up. And it's a nice train show. And then Sunday, me and Robert's going to head back toward my way, and we're going to go to the Horseshoe Curve and the Altoona Train Museum and whatever else we can get ourselves in trouble with.
I think this is going to be the hardest part. It's trying to arrange these before I glue them on top.
Oh, you're trying to arrange them on there before you light them, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do.
Randall says he got to meet Steve Childress when he was coming back from Amarillo.
Yeah, that's good because I got to meet Steve a few weeks ago myself. So
no, I'm just going as far as Rockville. And Robert's going to pick me up there, Rockville, Maryland, and then we're going to go from there to up to Timonium.
So basically, this is the idea.
Only you want them straight and your wires hid.
Huh?
Only you want them straight and your wires hid.
Yes.
I can imagine how long it took you to wire all that. Oh, your son lives outside of Baltimore. You've only been to Timonium once. Oh, you got to come. We have a blast. I'd be happy to meet you if you can get me away from the blue box table.
That is
I think about 3 hours at that blue box table the last time.
So once again, this just the wires down here would just twist onto the end down there, and that's it.
John says, "Don't blow them up."
Well, I've already had them hooked up just to test.
He already tested them.
Yeah. I had to do that because I wanted to make sure before I put the liquid electrical tape on them that they were all lighting. So.
Dave wants to know, did those roofs come with the kits or did you print them?
No, I didn't print them. I made them.
Yeah, it's called scratch build, Dave.
Yeah. These are just from evergreen plastic. They're corrugated sheets. And then I glued some L channels on the bottom of them. And then I painted them silver and then weathered them. So yeah, no printing. So what I did is to bend them, since there was such a shallow bend in them, I actually backed it with a piece of thin aluminum and then bent it at that angle. And then the aluminum makes it hold its shape.
Dave BNSFN scale said you should light up the tanks with Knight Rider circuits. It's going to be a cool light show.
Oh boy, can you imagine that? Oh yeah, thanks, Dave. Dave says that's why they're horrible. That's the place. It is. That's the best place.
Oh man, and the guy that comes there, as soon as you walk in the door, that's the first table you come to, and it's huge. It's huge. I spent 3 hours there and still didn't get all through them.
They are they're the guys that run the show, and they buy stuff like that. They buy new old stock of blue box stuff, and they purchase brass from time to time as well. Plus, they do sell some new stuff, because I did buy a Rapido car from.
Anthony wants to know where we're staying at, Robert. Robert made that arrangement.
It's, I want to say it's a Days Inn.
The Days Inn.
I'd have to go back and look at my reservation. I don't remember. It's not a great place, but it was a cheap place, and that's all I needed, just a place to lay my head. So.
That was my excuse last year.
Yeah. But this is a real.
Remember how that worked out?
Yeah, this is a real motel, so I know it's not going. And I think it's 1.5 miles from Timonium. If I'm not mistaken. So when I pick him up in Rockville, we'll head up that way.
Now, I hope you make the trip up there, Mike. I'd love to see you, meet you, and shake your hand, and if you want, I'll even give you a hug.
Yeah. Just don't let him kiss you.
No kissing. Sorry, no, that ain't happening.
I don't think I said hi to Mike Deep Run, but hello, and off the rails in Western Australia.
Randall Ellison. There's a bunch of them that came in here a little late.
I did say hi to Randall, I believe.
Did you?
But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use some of this 5-minute epoxy to glue these on. And I'll just glue them over the top here. Let me get down closer to one. I'll just glue them onto the brace here.
Dave said he might be taking the train too.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool. So this will glue on here, and then, like I said, I'm going to have to figure out something to run the bus wire, keep it close into the, I haven't figured that out yet. Keep it close into the platform so it doesn't interfere with the tank cars when they come.
John, I don't know about your Hobby Lobby, but if you do some digging, boy, you find a lot of things that you can use for the train layout. It might not be actual train stuff, but you can use it for train stuff. Like they sell scale lumber and different paints that you don't normally see at Walmart or them places. There's a lot of things. I like Hobby Lobby. Don't get me wrong.
That's where I actually bought the wire to string my my telephone poles. It was from Hobby Lobby. So because they make, I bought some of it. The wire for my electric poles is the stuff I bought from Hobby Lobby. I had smaller wire I bought off of Amazon, but it's that jewelry wire, jewelry stuff, and
yeah, I think that's what you did tell me it was.
Yeah. No, Anthony, I actually just have one light on underneath, so that's all I have is that one light.
Well, I mean, that's probably more than bright enough.
Yeah, I do. I think it'll be bright enough to shine.
Is that a white light or is it like a yellowish light?
It's warm white. They're warm.
Warm white.
Yeah, they'll. I think it'll be. If I basing it on these lights that I have up here on top of the tank, there'll be more than enough light. I was going to put some more lights on the side, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't really see the need for it. There's going to be enough lights in the refinery area to keep it have to make it well lit.
Andy, don't you mean to tell me they don't have Hobby Lobbies overseas? Over your way?
I don't think they do.
Really? That's an American thing?
Yeah, I don't think there's even any outside of the U.S. I might be wrong, but are there any up in Canada? I don't know.
I would.
Hey, Ken, Amos, how you doing? In fact, let me do this.
He says they're not selling trees anymore. He said he used to be able to get all the trees he wanted, and not now. John, awful.
Let me do this, and I'll see how bright they are.
Oh, wow. Floyd Robbins says Canada don't have them either.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I think they're not outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby ain't really a train store. It's more for crafters, the women that like to, craft things and stuff. But there's a lot of good stuff in there that you can use for your layout. It's a good go-to place for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of stuff there. And especially painting and that kind of for painting and stuff like that.
Right. Glues and things like that. You'd be surprised what you can get in there. Hi, Ken Amos. How's it going, buddy?
All right, I can kind of get an idea now. Wherever my plug is, there it is.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Dave, they do have some cool stuff, metal signs and stuff. Anthony says his Hobby Lobby sells trees.
All right, so kind of getting an idea here of how much. You know what? I'm gonna do what you said. I'm gonna go turn off my lights in the shed
right.
and see how it works.
Oh, that looks cool. Gotta turn the tank on too.
Oh, the wire's not long enough. But,
what?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but see if you look at this, can you see it on?
Yeah.
You see how much brightness there is on both sides of the track.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be I don't think I needed two of them.
No.
I think
one. No, that looks good.
And at least it's enough light to power the camera, right? Yeah, wire stretcher. That's right, Rusty. So that'll be the lights for the platform, and then of course a couple of the tanks will have lights. The lights in the yard, and then the lights on the refining towers and everything.
Yeah. Right. Off the Rails says you need some overhead lights for the main.
For the what?
For the main. Your main.
Main what?
Your main tracks. Your main feeds. Over where you got the epoxy glue setting.
Okay. You mean lights here?
Yeah, just like a couple poles like coming down the center there, just to overhead lights.
Well, I'm gonna put some lights. I'll have to see exactly where I need them.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, because this is the siding in the main line here, so I don't know if there would be any lights there necessarily, but And what I am going to do also is I'm going to, between the siding and the refinery tracks, I'm going to have a fence as well.
A fence.
Mm-hmm.
Dave BNSF says red lights going in sequence would be way cool, Robert.
That would be cool, but I don't know how prototypical that would be.
Yeah, John, he's going to glue them down.
Yeah. What you mean the
hoods? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hold on a second.
He was just kind of giving you an idea what it looks like. Wow. Looked like an atomic explosion the way that when you turned the light on, it just white out at everything.
But that's yeah, I'm gonna glue these down, and then like I said, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do to keep the bus wire against the against the rack. So.
Yeah, Floyd, that's a good idea. Put some dwarf signals in down along the tracks. Yeah.
Where would it go?
The nuke went off. That's what I said. It just looked like like you see on TV when they do a nuclear blast. It's just one big bright white when he turned the light on.
But that's so that's the plan. Like I said, I got to get these glued on and then figure out a way to keep the bus wire down flat against the platform. So.
Yeah, that'll look really cool all lit up like that. And then when you get your tanks lit up and that'll be really good.
Yeah.
Lights on the refinery. Yeah, that'll look really cool going down there. That'll be a nice scene to film.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do over here as far as the towers is put a light on each level where there's a platform. And my plan is, I don't know how Joe did his. Joe might chime in here, but I was going to drill a hole in the tower and run the wire down through it and just glue the LED to the outside. That's how I was planning on doing it.
Sparky's here.
Hey, Sparky.
He said, start with a couple dwarfs and they can wave flags for the signals.
Yeah, there we go. I'll just get some in-scale people. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, the N-scale people. Oh. Dave BNSF N-scale says that you should maybe get the Knight Rider circuit.
Yeah, he wants to see all kinds of flashing stuff.
Right, there you go.
Like the disco. Yeah, so if I put lights on this tower, on the smaller one over there, and then also on these towers, and maybe probably a couple LEDs inside of this pipe cage, somewhere in there.
Better you than me.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how, but
I got mine glued all together. I ain't touching that junk. Steve 87th. Steve!
Oh, well, since Steve's here, I might have to glue something so he can watch it dry.
Well, you can glue a couple of your hoods there. You got your epoxy right there at your hand.
Yeah, no, that would make a mess. I'm gonna have to do that when I'm not worried about concentrating on the camera. So anyway, if once I get these glued on, then like I say, I'll try to, maybe I'll work, Wilmer, talk to you, and we'll figure out a way how to.
What?
We'll try to figure out a way to glue this bus wire under here so it doesn't interfere with anything.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
I would have probably ran the bus underneath the layout and then just dropped your wires down through would probably be the easiest.
The wires wouldn't have been long enough. I would have just had to add more wire, and I don't know if that would have had to drill a hole for each wire. I don't know. I don't know if that would have been. Thinking about trying to tuck them up under the pipes here, the distribution pipes.
God bless you.
We'll figure it out somehow. Yeah, there you go, Rusty. That's a good idea.
Yep, dabs of silicone. Hot glue gun.
Yep. So anyway, that's the plan so far. A lot of little detail work left to do on it. Painting some stuff, and then painting the backdrop. So it's still probably going to be a while. But.
Sparky says you can put the wires through a small straw, like a coffee stir or something, and that can be the supports to the top. Paint them black and put your wire down through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a pretty good idea.
And you're right, Anthony. I could probably run them on some poles too if I needed to.
Yep.
Just have a like it is in actual electrical wires,
Yeah, that would actually, and it would blend right into the scenery. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
And that might be easier to do than anything else. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Yeah, good ideas. Great ideas. So, I encourage you though, if you want, look into doing some LEDs like that, because like I said, if you have an area with a lot of LEDs, you can run them off of one controller, that costs $12 or $14, rather than buying multiple just plug systems. And you don't have to worry about resistors or anything like that. So. Hey, Trackside Mike.
How's it going, Mike?
So that's just a good money saving tip. I need to spend more money on box cards. I don't need to spend them on trying to light my layout.
That's my clock off the rails that you hear.
So, back around. Post the link again. I will.
Post your link again.
I mean, even if you have just three LEDs, you come out cheaper.
Still cheaper than Woodland Scenics plug and play.
Because the just plug system, you not only have to buy the hub, but you have to buy the power adapter as well. So you're talking almost $40 just for those two things. And that only powers 3 LEDs. So, before we wrap up, anybody got anything they want to, if you want to throw up stuff for your channel, be sure to do it. Wilmer and I want to remind you for April, Timonium, April 27th.
Yep.
We're going to be meeting at the Nautilus Diner at 8:30 in the morning, which is right across the street, basically, from the train show.
Yeah, we're going to have breakfast because somebody just has to have breakfast.
That gives me the energy to go all day at the train show.
Okay. You're driving. Remember the traffic down there. Yeah. I'm glad you're driving.
Yeah, Dave, you're right. The potentiometers on the just plug system. You're right. You can adjust the brightness. I just don't. For me, that's not enough of a selling point because I don't really adjust the brightness on my lights. I leave them. So.
It wouldn't be hard to do. All you need is what they call, what is it, a little rheostat, and you can buy them cheap too. I'll bet that Evans stuff sells them too, that you can adjust, a dimmer for your lights.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I'll bet you they do.
The website, yeah.
Anthony says, I just bought my Woodland Scenics plug and play from Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off because they're just continuing it.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, that's a good idea. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Everybody's saying, see you later. All right, John, School Kill, see you later. Dave, BNS, see you later.
That's another good idea, Ken.
Yeah, show it lit, man. Then I know the video that we tried to do when you had your black light on, it didn't show. It was no justice. It was still pretty cool, but it was still no justice as being there in person. They're just going to have to come see you, and you're going to have to make a whole bunch more boxcars.
That's right. Thanks, John, Schoolkill River. I appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
Dan's saying hi to you because he never said hi to Wilmer.
That's because I was hiding.
Yeah.
You can hear my big mouth, but I was hiding as much as I can hide.
Thanks, Andrew.
But hi, Dan. How's it going, buddy?
That's right. Well, Mike, that's what Joe Rader does. He turns off the room lights and turns on a black light. It looks great with all the lights.
It really does. You have all the lights lit up. It really looks. It's really cool. I tried to film it though when we were down there, and it turned out okay. But it don't do the justice of being there in person. It's pretty cool. As simple as a black light. I never thought,
Thank you, Off the Rails. I appreciate that. And once I get everything done, I will do a video of it. But like I said, it's still going to take a while because there's a lot to do, a lot of little details and paintings. I appreciate everybody being here, and hope you all have a great week. Everybody, and who's on tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
I don't know who's doing Wednesday.
I go to Bible study.
Yeah, I do too.
So I couldn't tell you. Somebody will be on tomorrow night. I don't know if Dave usually pops in on that. So I don't know.
Looking out. Oh, Derail Daryl's on tomorrow night.
All right, Daryl. Yeah, Wednesday nights is my Bible study.
And Heath at 9:00. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Y'all take it easy. God bless. We'll see you.
Yes. Take care. Dave, next week.
Yep, Dave Thurber next week. That's right. Take it easy.